Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video I want to talk about Kingsisle and why I think they have a listening problem and why a lot of the community also thinks they have a listening problem. I'm going to go through plenty of examples here, recent ones and some that have been around for years as well. And keep in mind guys, I've been pretty close with the devs before, right? I don't think they're bad people at all. I think some people in the community take things too far with, personally attacking them, doxing them, etc. and all. A lot of these people have helped me a lot personally. They might not be so good at like game balancing, but they're not bad people. We should not be attacking their character. And it's important to keep in mind Kingsisle is a company, right? Maybe the devs are listening and they do have the work done, but the update won't be out for 3 months or something because of a higher management issue. So the first thing I want to bring up right away is Kingsisle is a very, very small game company. Now, there are obviously pros and cons to big and small game companies. One of the best things about small game companies is they can typically communicate with each other better and have an easier time like settling on one goal. Smaller companies and smaller dev teams should, you'd think, have an easier time communicating with their community and obviously within the company as well. However, from what I've heard from my source, I'm not going to leak them, but the communication within KI is not that good. Anyways, let's get into a couple of examples, and I guess we'll start with the dawn of time for me personally. This is going to be about 3 years ago now when I did start my channel. I was actually looking at this, my channel's birthday. It was like 3 years ago, 3 years and 10 days ago. So I was looking through my channel recently and I had so many people tell me about this dev team, and for all these years I've stayed optimistic of the game, right? As many people think I'm so negative and all, I've always been optimistic for the game and its future. But after years and years and years of just being let down, I just don't really think I can ride that wave anymore. Like, I still wish was the best. I think they could figure out some things, but like until they start listening, like I just cannot be optimistic like I used to be. But yeah, other content creators and people within the community told me, hey man, these devs don't listen. They'll make a good change and then they'll go 2 steps backward, 1 step forward, 2 steps backward. And I'm not sure if this is like the balancing in the game, like the devs aren't learning their lesson or they're not listening or what the hell is going on here. I didn't want to believe it, but here we are. It stood the test of time. They were right. And another thing I want to talk about is the Walroo Wastelander pack. Now, I was looking through my channel, like I said, it was my channel's birthday a little while ago. And actually, I watched a video, I was like 3 or 4 months ago, of the Walroo Wastelander pack that came out. And I was like, yo, this pack is pay to win. Because in case you guys don't know, the Wizard101 Wastelander hat is meta for about 5 out of 7 schools in PvP, but you can only get it by paying to win, right? And I made this very clear on my channel for, over the years, right? Stuff should not be pay to win in PvP. Like, pay to progress is fine, but it should never ever be pay to win. Whether that's like a Wizard101 hat, a stitch mount, or stat mount, sorry, or like a pet and all, it should never be pay to win. And it's crazy to think all that time has gone by, like all these hotfixes, all these patches that could have happened, and there's still no free-to-play way to actually get this in the game. And that's honestly just kind of what inspired me to make this video, is just like, how has that much time gone by, but you'll have something like the crown shop that's gone down, and you'll fix it in a day, It's absolutely just insane to me. I don't know if you guys feel the same. Or we could take a school like Storm, right? This has been notoriously and objectively the worst school of all of 5th Age, right? Even though you have some delusional people who would say otherwise. Oh, it's the best school. I just suck. I don't pack any counters, by the way. I'm 1400 rank on the best school, by the way. Head ass, okay? But yeah, dude, this school is literally lost its entire glass cannon identity. And it's just been so bad for so long, and other schools get to be more offensive than the actual offensive school of Wiz. It's really dumb. And I'm not going to talk about Storm too much in this video. I made my buff Storm finality like a week or two ago. Made plenty of videos explaining why it's horrible objectively and all. So my point is, it's just really dumb to take a school's identity away and then have it so bad for so long, and then have a creator like me talk about it like every day, every other day, explain to you why in the PvP Discord, in the devs DMs, making multiple videos over the years on streams, and then nothing happens, no action is taken. It's just ridiculous to absolutely cancel 1 out of 7 schools in the game, and especially when Storm is a top 3 school in terms of popularity, you think you'd listen to them, but no. There's plenty of other things in the community people have been asking for, right? You know, like a pet system audit kind of thing to make pets not so like pay to get, pay to win, if you want to use that terminology as well. You know, mountain pet stitching, I know that's a really cool one the community wants to see. I know we got like the gender and name change, but that's been asked for since like 2009, 2010. So it took them like 15 years to put in the game. So again, I'm not too optimistic for that. Also, I ran a poll recently on Twitter and on YouTube, and I was just really curious to see why people don't want to get into PvP, for example. And what do you know? It all lines up with what I say, right? It's the raid gear barrier to entry. You can't play unless you have raid gear. I'm sorry, this is a fact. I'm sorry if this hurts the developers' egos, right? You cannot play the game at a competitive level if you do not have raid gear. That is a fact. That is how it is. The best players in the game have tried playing without raid gear, and it just doesn't matter. Your skill doesn't matter. The gear is too aggressive. It just doesn't matter. That is a fact. That is the reality. That is how it is. Deal with it. And the next one was there's nothing to play for in terms of popularity, at least, right? And yeah, this kind of goes with what I was saying, right? That the barrier to entry is too high and there's nothing to play for. People don't have a reason to get into PvP and do things, right? Aside from like the Warlord cards, maybe, which are not terrible, they're just not reasons like there used to be, right? The Commander gear was so cool. Duelist gear was pretty cool, right? You know, I think we had like pets and stuff. Yeah, I think we had pets, maybe mounts as well in 4th age. So 5th age is kind of like, it's like a step down in terms of like incentives to get into PvP and stuff like that. So I think that is just not good, and I think they should give us more reasons to play and lower the barrier to entry. But I've been saying this for like almost a year now, 9 to 10 months, and nothing has changed. So it's like these devs are just too afraid to make risks and all, but then they'll go and buff death when it's already the best school in the entire game. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. But they should just take more risks with things, and they could even do that with like free membership and stuff, making the whole game free. But they just don't, you know? They just want to stay safe, stay with what works, whether that's being like predatory, pack, pay to win bullshit, and, you know, screwing over players, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Honestly, I don't know what to think anymore. We agree on the issues, right? Even this whole Storm thing, right? People who don't even play Storm know not to make a Storm because of how bad it is, right? I'd say about 70%, 80% of the community is fully aware of how bad Storm is in PvP. And they would agree it needs a buff. But then you have that dumb 20% who is absolutely delusional and does not understand the game, providing feedback being like, Storm is too good. It's absolutely disgraceful to me, dude. And I get it when there's like a divide, or one player says this, one player says that. It's up to the devs to, like, you know, work through it and try and figure it out. But I don't know, like, they're arriving at the conclusion that the people who don't know what they're talking about know more about the game than the actual people who made it on the school. It's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, actually, what the fuck are you doing, bro? I think that's really all I'm gonna say for the video. It's a bit ranty, I know. I apologize for that. But I just, like, I think this is something that needs to be talked about, because I've been seeing a lot of my creator friends as well just tired of Kingsisle shit. We want to love this game. We want to play it. We want to support y'all. But you're making it nearly impossible. I'm not spending money on this game anymore. I don't freaking get on and play like I used to. There's nothing to do. I can't support and get behind this because you guys aren't listening to us. And it's extremely frustrating. And PvP numbers have been on a decline. at higher ranks. I don't know about the recruits and all because obviously I don't really play down there. I would assume the recruits just can't play because they don't have raid gear and all. But the higher rank people have just been quitting because of how bad the bouncing is in the game. Whether that's Elo or, you know, Death School and all, right? And the devs just simply don't want to listen, or the work just is not getting put out on time due to upper management or programming. I don't know. I don't work at Kingsisle. I don't know. But what we have right now is not working, and you're not listening to the community enough, and that's really all I can say. And that's the big takeaway from this video here, if you're a dev or somebody at watching. It's not working. We're not happy. Maybe the people who don't watch YouTube are happy, or don't engage in the community are happy. Okay, I guess if that's what you want, to neglect your entire community, sure, I guess, go for it. I'm not gonna tell you how to run your company. I don't know, man. Something's gotta change, and that's what I think. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think about this as well. I know it's probably gonna be like, oh, another Liam negative video, but it's just been something on my mind. And like I said, for my channel's birthday, I went back and looked at some older videos, and it's just crazy to me that some of these issues are still a problem in the game. It's just like, I swear to God, like if I worked there, this shit would have been done a long time ago. You know, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching, and take care, y'all.